Hi there. My name is Dawn and I'm just making a video today about my gastric bypass. And the reason I decided to do it was because I know that there's many people that are going through the process and thinking about getting surgery. And you often want to know what long-term life is like and whether or not you should go through with this surgery or not. So I'm going to tell you a bit about me and who I was prior to surgery and what surgery has done for me. And so prior to surgery, oh yeah, see there's the skin. Prior to surgery, I pretty much was a homebody. I was close to 300 pounds and I didn't like to go out because being in crowds and social situations was very awkward for me, and let's just say people aren't always nice to the fat girl, so that was always an issue, that people were not going to be nice to me, and that, you know, I was kind of socially awkward anyways, and, you know, being aware that you're the biggest person in the room is not a fun thing. So prior to surgery, like I said, I was home a lot, and I also was not active. I spent my whole childhood being obese, to overweight to obese, and to the point of being uncomfortable in my own skin. I remember how much moving would hurt. I remember my knees hurt, my back would hurt, and even like my chin, my double chin, my triple chin would bother me. Sleeping at night, I would feel like I was all squished up. And so I decided to have gastric bypass, and I'm going to tell you now that it is the best thing I ever did for me, and it was worth it every step of the way. Prior to surgery, I did not have any huge health conditions. I had nothing wrong with me, which sounds really weird for an obese person with a BMI of 51, but I had nothing medically wrong with me. My cholesterol, my bad cholesterol was bad, but my good cholesterol was so good that it made up for my bad cholesterol. I had no big health issues, so going into surgery, I was kind of like, should I do this? Am I trading in good for bad? And, you know, you don't realize how much obesity just takes over your life, whether you're worrying about fitting in clothes at stores or fitting through turnstiles or walking down the street without getting a comment from teenagers. It totally changed my life to have surgery. In about a week and a half to 2 weeks, I will be 14 years post-op, and I was 290 prior to my surgery, and I'm holding at 145 right now, which I'm pretty happy about. I go up and down, but I think that's pretty good that I've managed to keep off the weight over the years, because let me tell you, a lot of people don't. It is true. A lot of people struggle, and I struggle a lot. I can eat pretty good portions. I am still an emotional eater. I'm still a binge eater. So it takes a really, really consistent effort and pushing myself to stay on track and to keep going with eating a bariatric way. Don't hesitate to have surgery. I have done 5 half marathons post-surgery. I was coaching swimming. I was coaching baseball. My life is completely different. It is nothing to go walk 10 miles, literally. And, you know, it's just so much better going into the mall and being able to shop wherever I want to shop and not having to worry about being the biggest person anymore. I'm a very normal sized kind of person. And my back's not hurting me. My knees don't hurt me anymore. I take vitamins, lots of vitamins, but that's to be expected. It was really scary trading in, you know, an okay life to go into this unknown world of bariatrics, but it was so worth it. And I'm going to tell you, if you want to have success, here's the 3 things that you need to do. It's really important. Number 1, you need to remember that there will never be an easier time to lose in your first year, so you need to make the most of it. You need to make the healthy choices. You need to follow your plan. you don't just wake up one day and you don't want the Reese's peanut butter cups. You have to say, I'm going to choose to not have the Reese's peanut butter cups. It is going to be a choice for the rest of your life to make healthy decisions with food. So, you've got to embrace it and not count on your surgery to get sick or whatever, because you need to practice the skill of saying no to foods that are off program quite a bit. I probably eat 80% of the time healthy and 20% of the time not. And when I do end up getting off track, I have to get myself back on track. But don't assume that your surgery is going to do the work. You have to do the work, and you have to build the better habits. That's absolutely key. The next thing I want to say for lifelong success is to make sure that you get a comprehensive program and that you take vitamins and you read about vitamins and supplementation, because so many people get bad advice from their programs. Kid vitamins, don't take calcium. There's so many issues, and bone loss is so common in our community. So do your own independent research on what is good practice, and make sure for the rest of your life that you get labs done. I even suggest it twice a year, not just once a year. Too much can go bad in a whole year. And the third tip I would say is embrace support groups. You're going to need support. Most of us need that support for lifelong. It's not just a matter of going to a support group for 1 month. And it might be a support group online as well. Find mentors, find friends, find people that have been there and have lived this life long term, because everybody loses the first year. Everybody is successful. So many times I see a person come on celebrating their 1-year anniversary, and people all go like, what did you do? What did you do? That's great. Those are fantastic results. Well, the question is, do they have those fantastic results long term? Because everybody is a superstar their first year. I know people that got to go within their first year and gained it back just as quickly. So find mentors and people out there that have been out there a long time, especially if they have issues that you have, like, emotional eating or whatever. Find those people that you can resonate with and talk to, because you're going to need that guidance and that support for the rest of your life. And if you have support groups in person, you're very lucky, and take advantage of that. Find a person in your support group to go out with coffee if you don't resonate with the whole group. Embrace support, because you're going to need support for the rest of your life. It is an amazing journey, but it is also a challenging journey. And I would say the journey for me really changed about 2 years out, where it really became a struggle. And, throughout the years I had new goals, and I had to re-establish habits. I tried new things. I set new goals. I just tried to refresh my journey, because once you kind of get used to the same old, sometimes you get a little lazy and you get a little bit off track. And I have been off track. I've gained 27 pounds and I've lost it. And I've gained 27 pounds and I've lost it. It is possible. But if you are thinking of doing this journey and you are 250, 300, 350 pounds, goodness, just research the heck out of it before you choose your surgery. Go for it. This is going to change your life if you embrace it and you live it. Before you decide what surgery you're going to get, make sure that you research. There's sleeve, there's Roux-en-Y, there's duodenal switch. There are options. There's mini gastric bypass. I personally have had the Roux-en-Y, the basic gastric bypass. There are all different versions, and some of them are better for different conditions than others. Make sure that you've done the long-term research. I cannot say that enough. I've seen people get the wrong surgery and then have complications or problems. So make sure you choose wisely. And I chose my surgery before I went to talk to my surgeon, because I was going to my surgeon with my guns a-blazing as to what my choice was and why he should do this surgery on me. And he totally agreed with me, because I'd done the homework. I didn't just go on a board and say, should I have this surgery or that surgery? There's research out there. There are studies out there. Learn. This is going to be the rest of your life, folks. You need to know what surgery is best for you, and you need to know what surgery you can live with. And don't be afraid. Don't be afraid of Roux-en-Y gastric bypass. So many times I see people afraid, but I'll tell you, my life is not this terrible sickly thing. As you can tell, I'm not a sickly person. When you are in charge of your supplements and your vitamins, you'll do okay. Embrace this surgery. It is the most rocking thing that's ever happened to me. And you're worth it too.